Hello and welcome back to my channel. Now, all I'm going to talk about is airsoft toys. So these are categorized as toys, okay? I have to say that if you're new to the channel, I do apologize, but if you go back a few videos and that, you'll see why I have to say stuff like this, okay? Otherwise, YouTube will ban me. And on that, quickly, the guys that watch me now and again that are fellow YouTubers, I'd really appreciate it if I've bored you already. Jump to the end of the video, and I'm just going to give you a bit of information. Something happened to me. Just saying that. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I got an invite to go to a game up in Shane's Castle, and a very good friend of mine who is a hunter, okay, he said to me, do I want to use one of his scopes that he's got, a CVLIFE one. Now, I've already done a video, if you go back a few videos, on a sniper scope one, and that is away at the moment with a good friend of mine called Matt, who plays airsoft as a sniper, and he's going to have a go. And I told him, make a video of it, do it. It'd be good. So he turned around and he offered me this Prowl. Okay, the 4x32. Okay, and I said, okay, yeah, I have my own. I have my AMO. Okay, the AMO, as I call it. Okay, probably saying it wrong. I like it. It's very good. The thing is, this difference between this and this, as I'll explain, is this is really good. When you're looking through the scope, there's a lot of information there, okay? It comes up the red and the green. It's very good. I'm not just saying that, okay? The only difference is that this is a real, what I would call sniper scope, because if you move your head slightly, you lose the picture. However, I still love that, okay? And I'd love to see other types that are in production of that. So I have this sent to me, okay? Knowing me, he'll probably just give it to me, okay? Knowing him, sorry. So this is really good. I'm not being funny. It's about, what is it, 7.1 or 7.1 kilograms. Do you know what I mean? It's very light. Do you know what I mean? It is bulky, though. I want to point that out. It is very, very bulky, okay? But the one thing I like a lot about CVLIFE scopes, if anyone doesn't know, and they have sent me a scope, as you might have seen in previous videos to review, is that, and I did say this in it, is that when you're actually looking down the scope, okay, even a slight head movement doesn't lose the picture. Those of you that use scopes less type or sniper scopes know that some of them you have to remain perfectly still or have your head at the exact same angle all the time. You move your head even slightly, lose the picture or the focus. Whereas this is pretty good. I'm not just saying that. I mean, don't get me wrong, you put your head right over it, won't. But it's quite clear. It's very solid, okay? You have on the top got your iron sight, okay? Type, okay? Again, it is adjustable, okay? And you can see by the red line, okay? Now, I do know some people have replaced this with different colors. I've seen a green the other day, which, okay, and I've seen obviously like the yellow type, okay? Which I thought was quite good, okay? Amber type. I thought it was pretty good, okay? You do on the top have your battery housing for your CR2032. Again, just screws off. Don't need to go through the unscrewing of it, okay? Now, when you get the box, because I don't have the box, remember, I don't have any of that gear with it. You get your Allen keys, you get your spare batteries, you get your cleaning rag, you get your instructions. Now, I did go onto the website and read some of the reviews before I spoke to you about it, and it was quite interesting. One or two of them said the instructions were pretty poor, okay? But realistically, a lot of us watch YouTube to learn stuff, if you think about it, okay? I mean, I'm sure somebody has stripped this down, okay? You've got your rails on either side, okay? Sorry, I'm smiling. I'll explain in a minute. So you've got your rails on the side. You've got this little cover. Obviously, I'm sure you can see that. The arch. Now, that's supposed to be like a minor kill flash, okay? However, what my mate did, he actually sent me his kill flash. Now, I'll be honest, he did tell me he bought this off one of the cheap internet sites, okay, because he said it'll cost a couple of quid. He says, because if you go into some of the shops, they cost about 20 quid. I went, okay. He did have to replace it. I did have it a second ago. I've lost it. Okay. But there was like a rubber ring, but it split. okay? It split on me. I did apologize, but I fixed it. You know what I mean? Just a bit of elastic rope, tiny bit of rope. Stuck that on. Excuse me. There it is. Sitting on something black so I couldn't see it. So that split very, very easily. But that is something that you can actually just click into, okay? And then I'm sure a lot of you have seen this before, me very scruffily doing it. And then again, it's just an added kill flash, okay? And then you just put the rope over the top, string, whatever you want to call it, link it in, and it holds it in place. And I thought that was pretty good. Cool. I used that on the game because I was worried that someone, because not intentionally, some of the guys that have the high-powered HPAs, you know who I'm talking about, have fired and damaged a few scopes, or someone's done it close range, as somebody shot me in the face on automatic the other day. Now, moving on. You've obviously got your adjusters, which is very important, okay, obviously, to adjust the sight system, okay? You got your left, and again, you unscrew again. And they're quite good having these caps, although don't lose them, okay? So you get your little caps, okay? And you've got your elevation and your left and right. And I found it very easy. I did it in my back garden. It was very easy. It didn't take long to adjust, and it was pretty good. And I used it again on my Airsoft electric rifle. And it was pretty accurate. I'm not just saying this. I do like it, though, as well, that you can have your variation of colours for your scope, your sight system. So you've got your green, you've got your red, and you've got blue, which I think is pretty distinctive. I don't know why, but I suppose these little things gives us interest, okay? I'm going to remind you, it's very, very solid. Now, the rails, as I've already joked about, okay, the rails are so you can put lasers on, okay, in case you need a laser to go on there. Or if you want to stick a torch on it, as someone's seen. Let me show you. Do you think it's me? You don't think it looks stupid, do you? I mean, be honest. I mean, it will look okay on the game, won't it? Now, I hope that made you laugh. I do have big plans for this coming up in the next month or two. I'm using, obviously, this scope on my Rebel at the moment. I'm thinking seriously, because he'll give it to me. I know what he's like. Of sticking this on my Chris Vector when the parts arrive and we can get it built, finished off, because it's getting irritable and I feel bad because Perrin have actually sponsored me to do it, but they are very approachable and very good to me. So back to the scope. This is really good. I'm not just saying this, okay? It's very, very, very comfortable, okay? Even me lifting my head slightly, looking down the iron sight, it is very easy. I'm not just saying this. So I can go from distance, straight in close quarter, back down if I move back or the target moves away, again to distance. And overall, it doesn't feel heavy or bulky. I genuinely did think that perhaps, because it is slightly larger, only slightly larger than the AMO, okay, but it isn't a hindrance. Even when I've got it on my gear, because I have my own, I strap mine to myself. I don't have a sling around me. I have it attached to my vest. It doesn't get in the way, the scope whatsoever, and I'm quite surprised. Again, because we've got to remember, when we're playing Airsoft, a lot of it is down to weight, if you think of it. It is. We don't want to carry loads of gear. That is heavy. That is heavy. That's why I've got plans for that, okay? But we don't want to be carrying everything that's heavy, because if you're doing a full day, you're going to be shattered. And I know that because I see how people get more, let's just say, frustrated as the day goes on in the games. It's not also bulky, so it's not as bulky as what people think. It can get caught onto things. It's very good. I know I joked about the rails, but come on, no one's going to really do that. And you've got everything you need. You've got obviously your red, your green, and your blue. I've used blue, okay, and it's very instant. That's what I keep saying. That's one thing I like about CVLIFE scopes as well, and I'm hoping to try other scopes as well. But CVLIFE, it's one of the, I don't know, it's one of the benefits of having one of these scopes, I suppose, is because when you're playing Airsoft, as an example, Okay, it's very fast and furious at times. People say, "Oh, you can play." No, it's not what you're playing; it's what the opposition is playing. If you've got a guy or a girl over there on that side of the team, and they're running around like headless chicken, and you're trying to get your scope up quick, do you know what I mean? I'm not being funny. You need something that's very instant, and if you have to go to the iron sight, it's very instant. There's no messing around. So, if you're looking for a new scope at the moment, and you're debating what type, are you going to go for a reflex scope, as some of the videos you've seen me do on, okay, yeah, and I'm going to be honest, the cost varies. I've seen cost varies. I did do a little bit of research. I did notice that it was some of them were differently priced on Amazon, because some people, you also get different makes as well. I'm going to be honest about this, okay? You do get a lot of copies. Now, you're running a risk when you get a copy. Yes, you are going to pay a bit cheaper, okay? But realistically, I'm just saying, they're not overly expensive. You're not looking at the hundreds of dollars for some of them, okay? They are below, they say the $80 or $60. So they are in a decently priced. So I would seriously consider it if you're looking for a type of scope, like what I use it for. And it was brilliant on the game. Thank you. Now, if you are a fellow YouTuber, I just want to warn you about something. I upset quite a few companies. That's wrong. I upset 2 specific companies. Let me explain. I did a video related to the other scope, okay? And I made a joke, okay? The joke was I was lying down and I pretended, and I even said, quote, that I am dry firing, okay? But I then made the joke that I shot a cat, okay? And 2 of the companies that were in touch with me, talking about me doing a bit of sponsorship for them, got back to me, said, sorry, Will, we know it's a joke, but one of our staff is upset. They own a cat, and even though I went back, I said, well, I am sorry, but it is a joke. You do know that. We do have to have humor left in the world. I am from the age of the young ones. My idol is Rick Mail, if anyone knows who that is. And I was quite disturbed about it, tell you. I thought, well, I didn't really do it as a laugh, and I kept saying it was a joke, and I do like a joke, and probably my dark humor isn't for everyone. So I'm sorry if I offend you. I apologize sincerely, but grow up. I say to you all the time, I like a bit of humor. My humor might be a little bit dark. I don't slag anyone. I don't slag any sexuality, racism, sectarianism. I don't do anything like that. I don't quote anyone. I was playing the other day with, let's just say, some people from the LGBTQ, and me and them were having a good laugh about things. So let's just get something straight. My humor is a bit of fun, but the 2 sponsors pulled out. Does upset me a little bit, but I don't want you to fall the same. So, okay, just be careful what you're saying. Make sure people know if you want to do humor like me, and I'm sorry to go on, but I know we're in 2026, but come on. We've got to have a bit of fun, haven't we? To those that are watching me, to those of you that support me, genuinely, thank you very much. To the companies like Perrin and that actually have been good to me, thank you very much. CVLIFE that sent me stuff, thank you very much. To the ones that have sent me stuff to actually ask me to review it and not put any information out there, just to give them honest opinion, thank you. And also to Tactical Cool Turtle, thank you very much. Stay safe, whatever you're doing. Bye for now.